This 13 numerical of chapter 2. There is a cube of side B and charge Q is there at each of its vertices. So charge Q is there at the vertices. Okay, so you can count the number of vertices by checking in your room. Look at the corners. So how many vertices are there? You can count here also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have to find out the potential at the center of the cube. And field is also to be found. Potential is also to be found at the center of the cube. So first of all, I have found the length of the diagonal from one corner to the opposite corner. Okay, length of the diagonal of cube is given by this formula: side square plus side square side square within the root. So it is, side is given as b, so b square plus b square plus b square, so it is root 3b square, can be written as b root 3. Now what is half length of the diagonal? It will be divided by 2. Okay, so why we have found the half length of the diagonal? So that we know the distance of each charge from center. Distance of each charge from center is half of diagonal. The distance of each charge from center, you can write distance of each charge from center is equal to diagonal by 2, half length of the diagonal. So now potential is a scalar quantity, so who will exert potential at center? All 8 charges will exert, so it is 8 times potential due to one charge. So 8 times potential general formula is kq by distance. So it's 8 times kq, q is q, and distance is half of diagonal. You can substitute and you get report. Now finding electric field at the center, which is second part of the question. In finding electric field will be 0 because electric field produced by the opposite charges will be cancelled. Okay, they'll be equal and opposite and they'll be cancelled. You can just write it like this. Question number 14. Two tiny spheres carrying charges 1.5 microcoulomb 1.5 microcoulomb and 2.5 microcoulomb are located 30 centimeter apart. We have to find out the potential and electric field. First part is at the midpoint. So you can see the diagram. This is first charge, this is second charge. We have to find out the electric field and potential at the center. So potential is easy, scalar quantity, so it will be direct addition, potential due to first charge plus potential due to second charge. Now you know the general formula, kq by distance. So just substitute k charge with sign by distance. Distance is midpoint, yani ki 30 ka half is 15 centimeter, converted into meter by dividing by 100. Similarly, k second charge q2, which is this, divided by again distance, you can add. That will be potential. K you already know, k is 909. So you can substitute. Okay, now we have to find out electric field as well. So we have to find out electric field. Now in order to find out electric field, use the general formula kq by distance square. So electric field due to first charge will be k that charge upon distance square. Field is single distance. Okay. Similarly, electric field 2 you can find out. Okay. But the point is, electric field is a vector quantity, so approach will be different. You have to talk about arrows. So you can see both are positive charges. This is positive charge. This is q1 and this is q2. So q1's field will be like this at the midpoint and q2's field will be like this. So this is electric field due to second and this is electric field due to first. So they are opposite to each other. So I have written, you can see electric field due to first is along positive x-axis, electric field due to second is along negative x-axis. So they are opposite to each other. So they will be subtracted. In subtraction, who will be kept first? Who is more? So who's more? You can see k, here also k, distance square is same, distance square is same. So who is more? This number is more. And so E2 is more. So net field is given by this, but then again you have to tell direction of net electric field, otherwise marks will be deducted. So direction will be along E2, who has been kept first, that is who is stronger. So along this direction, along negative x-axis. Now one more part is there in this question. It is this. You have to find out field and potential at 10 centimeter, this distance, on the equipotential line, on the equatorial line. Yeah, normal, on the normal line. Okay, we have to find out electric potential as C. Then again, we'll have to find out the distance of first charge from point C. So this hypotenuse you calculate. And base is given 15 and perpendicular is 10. So you can find out. Now distance of second charge from C, this hypotenuse. It will be same. So I've written AC is equal to BC. You can see this hypotenuse and that hypotenuse, AC and BC, both are equal to perpendicular square per base square within the root. So you calculate it is approximately 18 centimeter. 18 centimeter can be written as this. So this distance or this distance, they both are 18 centimeter. Now potential is again simple because it is a scalar quantity. So potential due to first charge will potential due to second charge. General formula is this. So distance is already ready. This substitute, add, do general mathematics. Now for electric field. For electric field again, for field approach will be different because it is a vector quantity. Now you can see field due to this. This is my first charge, is along this. Look at the arrow. Field due to this positive charge will be away from it, radially away. And field due to this positive charge will be radially away. So this is my electric field first and this is my electric field 2. Now how to add these? So they will be added by vector addition. So first of all you find out first electric field and second electric field and then use vectors law, that is triangles law. E1 square plus E2 square plus 2 E1 A2 AB cos of theta. In place of theta I have noted down 2 theta, but for convenience this is my 2 theta. Okay, you could have noted down but 2 theta or theta, it is up to you. So half angle is here theta and half angle is here theta. So let us see further. What is to be substituted as E1 K charge by distance square. K charge by distance square, we are ready. And this is E2 as well, है ना? K second charge you substitute and distance is again 0.18 square, which is hypotenuse. So distance is ready. Okay, and what about along? Along is to be written. So I have told you along. Along is this and this. So one I have written along AC and one will be along BC. Okay. Now the problem is how to substitute this part. So for this we have done this cos theta in the triangle. You know already. You can go through the diagram. This is theta. This is theta. So cos theta can be written as base. Base is 10 by hypotenuse, which is this. है ना? So cos theta can be written as base upon hypotenuse. You can see base is 10 centimeter upon this 18 centimeter. So it came as this. We checked from table. It came as this. Theta came as this. Cos theta came as this. And theta came as this. Now we have theta, so we can find out 2 theta. Now 2 theta is there, so we can find out cos 2 theta using trigonometry table. It came as this. So you can substitute here. Rest E1, E2 you were already ready with. So E net can be found. Okay, again one thing is left, which is direction. For direction, now here for direction, in triangles law, what do we used to do? We used to do tangent beta. So you can find out tangent beta. Tangent beta is your B sin theta divided by A plus B cos theta. Okay, first of all, in place of theta, you use 2 theta because by default I have used 2. So in numerator also, it has to be 2 theta. Okay, now B and A you can imagine as E1 and E2. Suppose B is E1 and A is E2. Please substitute. And cos 2 theta is already here. Substitute. If cos 2 theta is this, so how can you find out sin 2 theta? You know it. Sin 2 theta will be like this. 1 minus cos square 2 theta. So you can substitute here. Sin 2 theta and in denominator you can substitute cos 2 theta and find out tangent beta. That will be for direction. Now coming to question number 15. In question number 15, a spherical conducting shell of inner radius R1, you can see, This is inner radius R1 and this is outer radius R2. Okay, they are saying has a charge capital Q. Okay, so this capital Q is outside. You can see I've written here, this is capital Q. Now a charge small q is placed at the center of the shell. So at the center of the shell they have placed charge small q. We'll have to tell the surface charge density on inner and outer surface. So now listen, because we are keeping a plus q charge, so it will attract the electrons and electrons will come here on the inner surface whose magnitude will be equal to minus q. Matlab equal to its strength it can call the electrons. Now obviously the outer side will be gaining a positive charge equal to plus q. Capital Q was already present on the outer shell, outer surface, and now plus q has also come. So total charge on outer surface is q plus q. ठीक है, और inner पे कितना है minus q. Due to induction, if you are keeping plus 3 here, so it will call electrons of magnitude minus 3 here. ठीक है, and on outer surface plus 3 will be induced due to deficiency of electrons. So what is the surface charge density on inner surface? Look here. This is surface charge density on inner surface. It is charged by area. So area is 4 pi r1 square for inner and charge is on inner surface minus q. But on outer surface it is q plus q and area is 4 pi r2 square. Question number 16. Yeah, its question number is something else in the NCERT. I'm just reading the important numericals. Certain numericals are not related to our syllabus. So, see this question is quite important. There are two conducting spheres of radii A and B. So, radius 1 is A and radius 2 is B. Radius 1 is A and radius 2 is B. They are connected by wire. So, you know here will be the concept of common potential. What is the ratio of electric fields at their surface? So first electric field is simple, K charge by radius square. Q I have noted as Q1. So K Q1 by radius first is A square. Okay. Similarly, electric field of second will be K Q2 by B square. Okay, you can take the ratio E1 by E2. When you will take E1 by E2, just substitute properly. It is K Q1 by A square and it will be K Q2 by B square. By B square will go up. So you can say K cancel. So it is Q1 by Q2 into B square by A square. So this is ready in this form. Okay. But there is no mention of Q1 and Q2 in the question. So we cannot leave electric fields ratio in terms of Q1 and Q2. We can only leave in terms of A and B because these are the two variables that are mentioned in the question. So now we have to remove Q1 by Q2. So for that we will use Q1 can be opened as C1 into common potential and Q2 can be opened as C2 into common potential. Potential will be equal of both. So VV is also cancelled. And now we will use a concept. See, because it has come equal to VV is cancelled, it is C1 by C2 into B square by A square. So now we will use a fact that for spherical capacitor, capacitance is directly proportional to radius. So capacitance is equal to constant into radius. This is some constant. Okay, so you can see here, I have opened C1 as constant into its radius and C2 constant into its radius. Constant is cancelled and it came as, it will be coming as electric field 1 divided by electric field 2 is equal to A by B from here into B square by A square. So 1 power is cancelled and final formula is this. This is very important question. Now question number 23. An electrical technician requires a capacitance of 2 microfarad. Total capacitance required is 2. Okay, net capacitance required is 2 microfarad. He requires a net capacitance of this. Across a potential difference of 1 kilovolt. So voltage applied is how much? 1 kilovolt. Kilo can be opened as 1000, so it is 1000 volt. a large number of 1 microfarad capacitors are available to him. So he is having many small capacitors, ठीक है, of value 1 microfarad. So written capacitance of each capacitor is 1 microfarad. Voltage applied is 1 kilovolt, ठीक है, and a potential difference of not more than 400 volt, each of which can withstand a potential difference of not more than 400 volt. So limit, voltage limit that one can tolerate is, one capacitor can tolerate is 400. It should not exceed beyond 400. So number of capacitors in a single row. See, given voltage, that is bigger voltage you keep up, voltage limit you keep down, you will get the number of capacitors to be used in one row. That is how we find out number of tiles on a wall, bigger area by smaller area, or you can say area of the wall divided by area of each tile. Similarly, I have done bigger voltage, that is voltage applied up, and voltage limit down, how much can be tolerated. So 1000 by 400, it came as 2.5. I have rounded off it as 3. So 3 capacitor can be employed in a row. Okay, so in one row you can see I have employed C3 capacitor, so each of 1 microfarad, because these are only available to him. Now you can mix how many rows, so that net capacitance, in the beginning of the question they have said, so that net capacitance is 2 microfarad. How many capacitor to be used? So this is my one row arrangement. I know that 3 can be used, so there can be n rows. I have used n such rows and connected in parallel. N such rows. Okay, so now capacitance of first row, because they are connected in series. In series we have a formula, 1 by C series is equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. 3 capacitors are there. So it is 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. So you will reciprocate. Now you are ready with CS, which is 1 by 3 microfarad. This is capacitance of first row. ठीक है, यानी कि capacitance of second row, capacitance of third row, all rows have capacitance of 1 by 3 microfarad, because every row has 3 capacitors. Okay, now they are connected in series, parallel. And now first row, second row, third row, and n rows are connected in parallel. So when they are connected in parallel, we know the formula of C net parallel. It is capacitance of first row plus capacitance of second row up to n times. So this is 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3, 1 by 3 up to n times. So it is n by 3. This is equal to net capacitance. Net capacitance is given as 2. So n by 3. So n comes as 6. So how many rows are there? Number of rows are 6. Number of capacitors required I have written, but these are number of rows. Number of rows are 6. Okay, now in one row we have 3 capacitors, so in 6 row we will have 8 capacitors. So 8 capacitors when connected in this manner, the 3 in one row, and if we make such 6 rows and connect them in parallel, we will get the net capacitance of 2 microfarad. Now we have next question. This question is important as well, and we'll understand properly. In this question, we have to find out the net capacitance, equivalent capacitance. This is the first question. And then we have to find out the charge and potential across each capacitor. So how to do? We have to do the same way we used to do resistance in class 10. Okay. So first of all, see the number. C2 and C3 are in series, right? They are in series by single wire. Okay. So they are in series. So find out the answer. 1 by C series is equal to 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. Substitute the values. 200 picofarad each. So it is 2 by 200. We will reciprocate 1 by 100, and then it is this. So answer of C2 and C3. This is the answer of C2 and C3, which I have got as 100. So you can, in place of both those, you can draw it. The answer, the equivalent resistance of these both is 100. Okay. Rest of the circuit is as it is. C1 is as it is and C4 is as it is. I have not disturbed those, and this battery is as it is. So again listen. In place of C2 and C3, just check the diagram properly. In place of C2 and C3, I have drawn that C series, and this is as it is and C4 is as it is, and this battery is as it is. That is the equivalent circuit diagram I have drawn. Now from here you can see C1 and C series are in parallel. Yes, they are in parallel. So you write, see I have written C1 and C series are in parallel. So in parallel formula is C1 plus C series. They will be added. So it is 100 plus 100, 200 picofarad. CP is ready. CP is answer of C1 and CS. Yani ki C1 and CS. So don't draw them separately. Now single will come. So this is my CP. And C4 is as it is and this battery is as it is. So now because they are connected via same wire, so they both are in series. C4 and CP and C4 are in series. So use series formula 1 by C net is equal to 1 by CP plus 1 by C4. 1 by 200 plus 1 by 100. Take the LCM. Do everything. So your C net is ready. So this is one part of the question, that equivalent capacitance is to be told. Now the answer of these both C4 and CP is C net, which is this. So draw that single. This is C net. Single capacitance is left now. Everything is sorted. So battery is 300 volt. Now you have C net, you have V net. So you can find out Q net using the formula Q is equal to CV. So now we are ready with all three quantities, Q net, C net and V net. Q net we have found just now, and C net we have solved. Capacitors, series, parallel, by different steps. Okay, so see, this is my Q net charge in the system. And now you see that I have drawn all the diagrams once again. This is how it is easy to understand in the beginning. So let us see. This is the first diagram that is given, original diagram. C1 here, C2, C3 here and C4 here. This is battery. You can draw battery as well. Okay, I first said that C2 and C3 are in series. So answer was C5. Matlab CS. Then CS and C1 were in parallel. So this was the answer. And then CP and C4 are in series. By single wire. You can see again. If you feel that they are not in series, you see single wire. Then C net came. Now you have to go back. This is how we used to do in class 10th also, to find out individual charges and individual potentials. Okay, how to apply that back we will see. Yeah. Here we have C net and V net and Q net. Now this is answer of C net is answer of CP and C4. Right. This is how we have done in class 10. So please understand. C net is answer of two things which are in series. In series, what is same? Charge is same. So you write this Q net which you have found already, right here and right here. So for fourth capacitor, let me write here. We have C4 which is given, and we have Q net. So what can be found? The missing quantity which is V4. Q is equal to CV, so you can find out V4. This is individual potential on fourth we have found. You know mathematics, apply. Similarly, come to this CP wala portion. Here we have CP. Yes, we have calculated somewhere. You check. And then Q net is also applicable here. So you can find out VP. Third quantity, third missing quantity you can find out. Okay. Now because VP is ready, all three quantities are ready here. Because there is only one formula which is connecting them, Q is equal to CV. If you know two quantities, you can find out third one. Now the CP, we are going back to previous circuit diagram. This CP is answer of these two in parallel, CS and C1. In parallel, what is same? Potential. So write this potential here, VP and VP. So VP is there, C1 is there, we can find out Q1. And VP is there, CS is there, we can find out charge on this also. You can denote by S or P, it is up to you. So charge of this is also calculated, charge of this is also calculated. Now you see the previous circuit diagram is this. This CS, this CS, this. Capacitor is answer of these two, C2 and C3 in series. So what will be same charge? So this charge QS will be written on these both. Okay, now charge is there, capacitor is there, you can find out its potential, and charge is there, its capacitance is there, you can find out its potential. It's little long method, but it will give you accurate answer. So try these numericals and you put the problem.